What's good, y'all? It's Franalations here with my first cryptocurrency video. I've been thinking about doing these videos for the past few weeks now, and my plan was to start on January 1st of 2018, but today something somewhat exciting in the cryptocurrency world happened. A coin that I've been watching for quite some time now, Ripple, shot up to $2.20. Now, that might not make much sense to you, or might not understand the significance of that, and I understand that. I'm only mentioning that now because that was like what sparked me to get this video out. Today's video, I'm going to talk to you about Bitcoin, which is the first and most known cryptocurrency, and just show you guys my experience from like my timeline of when I first found out about it to now, and what are the trends I saw and stuff like this. I'm by no means a financial advisor or anything like this. I'm just a fan. This is like literally, it's become a hobby of mine to check in on this stuff from time to time, as well as put money into it. And so far for me, it has been profitable. So I'm just gonna share my experiences with you guys. And I have a list of videos. Currently I have 10 different topics. So I'll probably do maybe 1 or 2 of these a week. And so yeah, this is the first one. I hope you guys had a happy holidays. And I hope you guys are excited for 2018 just as much as I am. Let's get into this topic, that being how I first heard about Bitcoin, which again is the first premier, most known cryptocurrency. So yeah, the first way I found out about it was in 2013 through Sneak Geeks. He's actually the guy who inspired me to start doing YouTube videos in the first place. At that time, it was on sneakers, which, if you're just now finding this channel, maybe you also like sneakers and want to check out some of the other content. But yeah, funny enough, he also is the one who showed me first, or at least through his videos, I found out about cryptocurrency. So at that time, I want to say it was around 2013. I was also hearing a lot of stuff through Philip DeFranco. He would report on the news, and sometimes cryptocurrency would be brought up in that. And so at that time, all I knew was that Sneak Geeks, someone who I know, was mining Bitcoin. And so he showed his setup and everything like this. And then on the other hand, I saw Philly D talking about pretty much the controversies at that time, how it was like known to be used with like Silk Road and stuff like this to acquire like illegal substances and stuff like this. So at that time, I kind of had this idea that it was like a somewhat shady currency. There was the stigma around it. So even at that time, it was valued at around 200 bucks, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty impressive, but like I didn't understand any of it, and still even now I'm learning, day by day as I've been getting into it. So it seemed shady. So at that time, I wasn't that interested, and I just kind of ignored it, forgot about it. But I was still constantly watching Philip DeFranco, and so every now and then it would get brought up in the news and stuff like this. And I remember it, hearing about it hitting $700 or $1,000. But at this time, I still didn't really have a clear understanding of how to acquire it, what these values meant or anything like this. I really didn't have a concept of what it was. And then earlier this year, when I was in Amsterdam, another YouTuber who does stuff on sneakers, T. Blake, he was talking about it, and he had his link to Coinbase. This is the first time I actually clicked through to a link to see how to like acquire Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. And at that time, it was around 4,000 when I was looking at it. And in my mindset, I was like, okay, I'm too late. It's not even worth it. Pretty much throughout all this process, 700, 1,000, I'm like, it's too late, but you know what? I'm here now. Let me make an account and at least see, if nothing else, maybe at another time I'll purchase or something like this. So I made an account on Coinbase, and another kind of like thing that scared me away is it was asking for, pretty sensitive information, whether it's passport, stuff like this. And so I kind of set the laptop down, walked away from it, and again forgot about it. That was until Thanksgiving of this year. I had friends over, and one of my friends, he was actually trading, which is something that I will get into on another video, but he was trading cryptocurrency and stuff like this. And at that time, he was talking about how Bitcoin was up to $8,600. So definitely a huge jump from before, that was over a series of years, and now it was over a series of months, and it had more than doubled. And so at this point, I'm like, okay, very, very interested in this. And, it was on my mind, but again, I kind of forgot about it. maybe 3 days later, one of my friends had mentioned to me that it is now up to 9,600. It was at this point, I'm like, okay, you know what? I am going to do all the steps necessary to go ahead and sign up and go ahead and make this a thing. So that's what I did, and even then I held off stupidly, and I finally purchased when Bitcoin was at 11,600. That was on December 2nd, and since then it has not gone down to that point. It's dropped, it's gone up, it's gone down, but it has not gone down past that point. So that was the first time I made any kind of purchase of cryptocurrency. So in those coming days, actually pretty shortly after, it was booming right after that. I think it reached 19,000 within like maybe 4 or 5 days after that. It went up to the highest it's been. But since then, one thing about cryptocurrency in general is it's very volatile. So the markets are constantly going up and down. So as I was telling you, it was going up as I was checking over the course of years or months or whatever like this. But there is times in there where it's literally dropping like monumental amounts, but then it rises just as much. So it's very volatile, and so that's one thing you got to keep in mind if you are thinking about putting your money into cryptocurrency. So far, it hasn't dropped down past where I put it in, so I've been, you know, fortunate with that. But now with it being as high as it is, as always, there's a risk to it. That same risk that I felt, you know, when I was worried at 700 and 1,000 is very much, you know, like an understandable fear at this point, you know, with it being as high as it is. So that's just the process that I've seen. Once it hit 19K, it has since dropped. It was down around 15, and then it went up to 19 again. And right now, over this past week or so, it's been around 14 or 15. So when the day before I first purchased in, I was actually monitoring it very, very closely. There's charts and stuff on Coinbase, which shows you, you know, an hourly progression, day, week, month, year, and the all-time record, and it shows you the charts of what times and the values and everything like this. So I was paying very close attention to that and just waiting for little moments. And the thing is, you really don't know, you know, is it going to go lower, is it going to go higher? So there were points where I saw it drop its lowest. I could have bought in right then, and it would have been even cheaper than I had bought it the day before, but I didn't know exactly what I was looking out for. I was studying it and trying to pay close attention. The next morning I woke up, and it was from 10, let's say it was around 10,200 to 11,600. And at that point, I just bought it right then and there, because that told me from all these times of not buying it, it's gonna go up. And so I took that risk, and sure enough, I was fortunate to have bought in at a time where it has not dropped down past that since. So that's my little summary, my little intro into cryptocurrency. I'm gonna have links to Coinbase, which is one of many websites, but it's the website that I mentioned in this video, and there will be more websites that I'll mention along the way. But I think Coinbase is a great starting point, considering you're able to purchase the cryptocurrency straight from bank account, whereas on a lot of these trade sites, you'll need the Bitcoin first to then trade, which again, this is more complex as we go along. So I'm just starting off with the basics of my story of what I've noticed in this past 4 years of Bitcoin and what I've seen and what I've tracked. So sharing that information with you guys, this way maybe you haven't been monitoring it and you're kind of curious, want to know some of the patterns and stuff like this. So this is what I've seen. This is my experience so far, and if you guys like this video, go ahead and thumbs it up, subscribe. I will be you know, going into more info on cryptocurrency, and you guys in the comments, you know, let's start a conversation. Have you bought in? Are you interested? You know, what other currencies are you looking at? Very, very interested in all this stuff right now. This has been probably like my biggest, like as far as like my mind share. This is where my thoughts have been going most of the time as of late, is cryptocurrency. So anyways, till next time, guys, thanks for watching. Oh, and also down below, if you guys are you know, already invested into cryptocurrency, I will have my link to my Bitcoin wallet. If you guys want to, you know, support the show, definitely feel free to using that link. And if you don't have any cryptocurrency and you'd also like to support the show, I'm going to have my link to Coinbase. If you click that link, that referral link, you buy into it, you'll receive some added Bitcoin as well as myself. I've already posted this link on Twitter and stuff like this, and a lot of people have already joined through, and I've been DMing with a lot of people. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to DM me. people have been, I've been giving advice on certain coins that I've been looking at, and I've been hearing feedback from other people, and it's been cool to see that some of my suggestions have helped out people and stuff like this. So again, I'm all in as far as helping and spreading info on cryptocurrency. I think it's a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, guys, peace. Thanks for watching.